And a new search for a 4-year-old boy who vanished from his family's homestead in outback South Australia has resumed today, with the major crime squad now taking charge.
Hannah, what's the latest on the search for little Gus?
The latest is there's been almost 100 Australian Defence Force soldiers that have rolled in this morning. Our cameras were there, 7 News cameras were there as a convoy of army trucks sort of wound their way through the landscape as the sun rose and onto this homestead. It's like something I haven't seen before, and it's definitely more boots on the ground that I've ever seen in any of the last search. That was held here about 2 weeks ago. Little Gus was last seen, as we know, about 2 weeks ago, grand final night, playing out the front of his grandparents' homestead, which is near Yunta. We heard from our police commissioner this morning that there's actually been a task force formed to investigate this. Task Force Horizon, which is full. It's got a group of specialists that have been brought together. But police have again today said that they have no suspicions of foul play with this, that they are simply working off the theory that he wandered off from this homestead, which is why they are searching such a vast area.
From December 10, people under the age of 16 will no longer have access to social media accounts. It's part of a new law to help keep under 16 safer online. For more details and to help you prepare, go to esafety.gov.au.
Caitlin, what is the Albanese government spending our taxpayer dollar on now?
So Communications Minister Annika Wells has announced today that they will be spending $14 million on a new advertising campaign for their upcoming under 16 social media ban. This comes into force in December, on December 10. So ahead of that, they're helping young people understand what's going on and what will happen on December 10 when they'll be restricted from platforms.
Now, there's a lot of talk about this social media ban this week. The tech giants have been hauled to Canberra to talk about how they're going to implement it and the impacts of their various platforms. In terms of this $14 million spend, it'll be a little bit ironic if some of it goes towards advertising on these social media platforms.
Well, the Minister has said today when she held a press conference down in Melbourne that ironically it will be aired on social media platforms. But she did say that that is the place where young people are today. So why not try and reach them there in the 2 months before the ban comes up? But it'll also be on billboards, TV. They're trying to get the word out with this awareness campaign before that deadline comes.
This week, the E-Safety Commissioner is going to release what she's called a dynamic list of other apps that might be subject to the ban. What do we know about that?
Now, on this list, we're expecting it to be other platforms that you might not traditionally think of as social media. So currently with the ban, gaming platforms, messaging platforms are exempt, but there are some gaming and messaging platforms that have other features and functionalities that make it seem a little bit more like social media. Some of those that she's been exploring, and one of the headline ones is Snapchat. And another one of those that is saying that they're not a social media platform is YouTube. They also have until Thursday this week to provide extra information because, as the Commissioner is saying, she believes and the government believes that these platforms are social media. Later this week, as you mentioned, those dynamic lists of other platforms will come out. We know at least there'll be at least 16 on there, but the Commissioner has previously flagged that there could be up to 100 other platforms that could fall in that kind of grey zone area.